Kawasaki's legendary supercharged two-stroke could return, yo. Gearheads, adrenaline addicts, and street warriors gather round. Because what I'm about to drop might just be the wildest Kawasaki rumor we've seen in decades. This isn't just some casual whisper in a forum. It's the kind of buzz that makes you rev your engine in your living room, pacing back and forth while scrolling through Instagram, forums, and every scrap of Kawasaki news you can find. We're talking chills down your spine, hands on the throttle, can't sleep at night hype. My friends, it all begins with the Japan Mobility Show, happening on October 29th. Kawasaki has been teasing the bike world like a magician, pulling out just enough to make our hearts race, but keeping the full reveal locked up like a secret recipe. A silhouette appeared on their teaser stage, a shadow, a tease, but that shadow has set the entire two-wheel world ablaze. Picture this, a two-tone naked bike, drenched in white and red, staring at us like it knows we've been dreaming about it for decades. It ain't even the finished product, but that's the genius move by Kawasaki. They're stirring up our imaginations, building hype, and making the weight an art form. And here's where it gets truly insane. Rumor has it this bike is the revival of the Mach, the legendary name that once shook streets, tracks, and the very idea of what motorcycles could do. And get this, it might come supercharged, the kind of boost that previously only hit the H2 series. If that's true, buckle up, because this isn't just a comeback. It's a resurrection of raw, untamed chaos on two wheels. Flashback, the Mach legacy, to understand why this rumor has everyone losing their minds. You gotta know the story of the Mach. Roll back to the late 1960s and early 1970s. Kawasaki dropped the Mach III H1 500, a bike that immediately became a legend in the motorcycling world. This wasn't your Sunday cruiser. This was a two-stroke rocket, a machine infamous for brutal acceleration, twitchy handling, and a personality so wild it could scare both rookies and pros. People didn't just ride a Mach III, they tamed a beast. Streets weren't just asphalt. They were arenas, and if you owned a Mach, you weren't just commuting. You were dominating the street like a modern gladiator. And the Mach III didn't just compete with bikes of bigger engine capacity, it often blew them out of the water, leaving bigger bikes and egos in the dust. Then came the Mach IV H2 750, taking the legacy and cranking it to 11. Kawasaki doubled down, giving the world a bike that was faster, more dangerous, and even more unapologetically wild. These bikes weren't just machines. They were statements, rebellion on two wheels, and adrenaline incarnate. The Mach name carried DNA that screamed speed, chaos, and unfiltered excitement, something that still makes riders drool decades later. So, if Kawasaki resurrects the Mach today, it's not just about nostalgia. It's about bringing back the legendary performance DNA that defined a generation of riders, now updated for the modern era. And for anyone who has ever twisted a throttle, that idea alone is enough to make your heart skip a beat. The Road to Rumor, SC02. Patents and number two-stroke fast forward to 2015, when Kawasaki flexed a little teaser muscle at EICMA Milan, dropping the SC02 concept sketch. Immediately, forums exploded. Fans, journalists, and street racers alike started whispering, could the Mach rise again? Could it finally get a supercharged engine? Nah, can't be. But Kawasaki thrives on keeping people guessing. And the speculation kicked the rumor mill into overdrive. Then, in July 2024, Kawasaki patented a new derivative two-stroke engine design, totally different from the old-school two-strokes. This wasn't just tinkering. It was modern engineering with one eye on tradition, a nod to the past, but designed to deliver next-level performance. The whispers on forums turned into full-blown debates, with gearheads theorizing about power output, torque, and whether this new engine could replicate the raw bite of the Mach III, and the story gets even juicier. January 2025, Kawasaki USA drops a short video captioned, "We heard you," hashtag or a two-stroke. The video was simple, fan comments begging for the return of the legendary two-stroke madness, paired with Kawasaki's understated reply, "We heard it." Boom! Just like that, Kawasaki stoked the hype without spilling a single speck. Every teaser, patent, and video, all signs pointing toward a historic reveal. Why this rumor is more than just a bike, let's get real. Motorcycles aren't just about numbers. Sure, horsepower, torque, and boost matter, but bikes like the Mach are about emotion, culture, and adrenaline. If Kawasaki brings back the Mach with a modern supercharged two-stroke engine, it's not just a machine, it's a symbol, a revival of an era, a bridge between legend and the future. Imagine the scene, a bike that punches like a rocket, corners with the confidence of a predator, and has styling that nods to the past but screams modern menace. This isn't just a ride, it's an experience. It's rebellion in metal and rubber, freedom wrapped around handlebars, and chaos stitched into every curve of the frame. For riders who've lived and breathed Kawasaki, this isn't just news. It's a potential once-in-a-lifetime moment, the kind that makes you sweat, shake, and grin all at once. Community hype, forums, comments, and fan madness. Scroll through Reddit, ADV Rider, or Instagram, and you'll see the frenzy in full effect. Fans are speculating about every detail: color schemes, potential horsepower, supercharger size, weight distribution, and whether the bike will capture the two-stroke snappiness of the original Mach. Some fans swear it'll push 200-plus horsepower in a 500cc package. Others hype the idea of a modern Mach that hits like the classics, but handles like today's tech allows. And then there are the jokers. If this bike hits the streets, I'm selling my car, quitting my job, and living on the Mach. Classic fan energy. Dealers, shops, and riding groups are buzzing too. They're prepping for a potential pre-order frenzy, hyping social media posts, and updating their marketing decks because everyone knows this could reshape the market for high-performance naked bikes. Technical speculation. Let's geek out. For those who live for the specs, let's break down the rumored tech. Supercharged two-stroke engine, raw, snappy, torque-rich. Imagine the instant acceleration combined with modern reliability. Lightweight chassis. Kawasaki won't just slap a turbo on the old Mach frame. Expect nimble handling with aggressive geometry. Modern electronics, ABS, traction control, riding modes. Don't worry, it won't neuter the Mach's soul, but it keeps things rideable on public roads. Iconic styling cues. White and red homage to the originals, sharp angles, naked aggression, and that signature Kawasaki swagger. If Kawasaki nails this, we're talking a street-legal rocket that feels like it could rip through decades of motorcycle history in one ride. October 29th, the date of reckoning. Mark your calendars. The Japan Mobility Show could be the moment the motorcycle world loses its collective mind. Imagine Kawasaki pulling the curtain, the lights hitting that white and red silhouette, and the roar of a supercharged two-stroke filling the hall. Fans go ballistic. Social media explodes. Dealers scramble. And somewhere, a rider gets to hold history in their hands and rip it down the asphalt. For performance lovers, it's more than a product reveal. It's a full-blown emotional experience. Think of it like a rock star from the 70s headlining today, still shredding solos that make you gasp, but now with tech that would make the old fans weep with joy. Closing thoughts. Why the Mach matters. Motorcycles aren't just transportation, they're culture, freedom, and adrenaline wrapped in steel. And the Mach? It's legend incarnate. Chaos and thrill stitched into every engine component. If Kawasaki delivers, it won't just be a bike, it'll be a statement. Proof that some legends don't fade, they evolve. October 29th isn't just another date on the calendar, it's potentially a historic moment in motorcycling. A day when Kawasaki might remind the world why they built bikes that made us feel alive. If the Mach comes back supercharged, wild, and untamed, it'll be too epic, too emotional, and too raw to ever forget.